Hello, everybody. Welcome to La Pause-Café by FAHGA, the French-American Hospitality and Gastronomy Association. It's very long to say, but at least it is clear and we know what it is about. Today we are with Laurent of H Mercer Import. Do I say it right, Laurent? Is it H Mercer? How do you say it?
Yes, H Mercer Imports. H is for my business partner, Mark Leston. My last name is Michit, so we were looking for a name with starting with an M for H&M, and that's how we thought about Mercer, mercenaire, merchants, all in the trade idea. So H Mercer Wine and Spirit Imports, yes.
Wow, what a story, huh?
Yes.
Did you have a few drinks to come to that name?
No, 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 I don't.
No,
No, not really, actually, no.
not really. Okay. So, Laurent, could you tell us a bit about your business and what do you think make H Mercer different on? So you're selling only to businesses, correct? To restaurants?
Yeah, correct. We have the licenses actually to sell only to businesses with a liquor license. So that's going to include wine bars, retail shop, restaurants, resorts, country clubs, hotel, from Michelin Star restaurants to the mop and pop local restaurants as well. And I don't do chain stores, big chain stores or liquor stores. So I think what's make H Mercer stand out and different to begin with is that again, my business partner Mark Leston and I are both advanced sommelier. I worked in Michelin Star restaurants for 15 years all over the world before starting this company. So I would say then when you have two sommeliers, educated palates doing the selection from the suppliers, from which wines we're gonna import, is definitely a plus in the top quality of the producers and we are selecting to import. For example, I've never selected a Pinot Grigio, a Sancerre, a Chablis producer just because we needed it in our portfolio. We never trust any check mark like that. It's all came with us. All the suppliers came to work with us with a certain high level of quality.
Got it. So do you travel to select those wineries? Do you travel in Europe? What is how do you select? How do you find your wines basically? Because they're very
So
unique.
yeah, being from Burgundy in France and being a sommelier, then I worked in a restaurant in France as well for many years and studied there and took my exam there. So I started with lots of contacts, obviously, especially in Burgundy, and then friend of friends and recommendations and specific magazines and all of that. And then when you start a business like that, you're actually listed on a list of importers and distributors in the United States. So every morning now, I start my day with 10, 15, 20 emails from wineries from all over the world that are looking for importers and distributors like us for the United States, mostly the West Coast. Our main territories at California, but also in Texas. And I respond to every email and start with my name. I don't need to respond to email last. And if I'm interested, if it's an appellations, if it's someone and I'm curious, I'm going to do my research online. There is certain specific like organic farming, family operations. I don't do mass produced wines. I don't do cave cooperative. I don't work with big negotiants, except if they are from Bordeaux, obviously, because that's the way Bordeaux operates to export their wines. And then start a conversation with them. If everything corresponds to what we are looking for, I'm going to ask them to send samples. And at the beginning of the company, 10, 14 years ago exactly, Mark and I used to sit down every other Fridays and taste the wines. And now I like to do it with my team of sales representative, because at the end of the day, they are the ones selling the wines, and I don't want to impose anybody on them. So every first Friday of each month, we sit down as a team at my house, and we do our team meeting, and then we finish the day by tasting samples that we receive from all over the world.
If anyone, if anyone is around wherever you live, can we stop by to try the wine as well?
You're welcome to stop by, of course. Yes, it's open. The bottles are open. And yes, of course.
Blind test.
Yeah, yeah, we blind test everything. Obviously, it's very important because same in the characteristic in a wine. And I like to say that I import and distribute and sell wines that I drink. So, and I drink wine that really speak for their terroir, for their varietal, for their grape. So they need to be recognizable in a blind tasting pretty easily. So everything is blind tasting, correct?
And if a brand, if you find a wine that already has a name in the US, would you go after it, or you will pass on the wine that's already or
No, no, like I said, within the years and the reputation that we are building and trying to build, we're starting to have more and more bigger name, well-known brands that are approaching us and wants to work with us as well. For example, we just signed Massamiel. It's a very, very famous domain in the Côte Catalane, bit southwest of France on the with the Spanish border, and they make fortified red wine called Maori. Uh, that is delicious, very good. It's a very, very well-known name, and we just started to work with them last year as an example. But I do like to find, I do like to travel, to go back to that questions. I traveled in Europe every year, sometimes two, three times. And we have wine fairs as well, like Vinexpo, like Vinitaly, Vinisud, where you are in a room with thousands of winemakers from all over the world, and you just taste wines for a few days, the one that you like. Obviously, you cannot taste and see everybody, but I do lots of research as well, traveling in the countryside, mostly French. My business partner take care of Italy, Austria. We have Spain as well. I have family in Switzerland, so I do work with one winery from Switzerland, and then Chile and Australia and things like that. Yeah.
what is the biggest trend you see right now, Laurent, in the US market or in California? What do you is there something that you see picking up more than before recently, or any
Yeah, yes.
changes
So
you see?
I've seen several trend already in the last 21 years that I'm in California. Rosé was a big hit. It's feel like the sales of Côte de Provence rosés are slowing down in the last 2 years. Right now, the number one sale of French wine is wine from Sancerre, Sauvignon Blanc from Sancerre. It's to a point then the winemakers associations, the appellations of Sancerre is getting a little bit worried because 75, maybe 80% of the production come to the United States. So like every trend, everybody's thinking, how long is it going to last?
Mhm.
Uh, and the biggest trends then we really have to look at right now is natural wine.
Okay.
So it started 7, 8 years ago. I never took it very seriously. I've tasted lots of natural wines, and for me, were flawed. That means when a wine is not clear, it's troubled, and it smell rotten eggs or animal poop or anything like that. For me, it's a flaw. So I didn't took it seriously, but since this year we really talking to natural winemakers. I can see I have some of my existent winemakers, then I've asked them to make orange wines, for example, or some natural wines that are very clean. And actually, the tasting that we have Friday is all natural wines to prepare 2025. So they still have to fit in the H Mercer quality, which has to be very clean, very vibrant, very well balanced, very elegant. And I think the quality has improved in the natural wine as well. People didn't know much what they were doing in the beginning, but now I taste some very good natural wines, skin contact orange wines, and are very interesting.
Excellent. Well, listen, I know that this interview is for 10 minutes. We're getting close, but I wanted to thank you for your time, Laurent. And we're gonna try your wine at the next apéro mixer in San Francisco. Chef Bruno Chemel, that obviously, who used to be a Michelin Stars, is opening his new restaurant called Le Parc Bistro Bar right by Union Square in San Francisco. And we're going to have an event there on the 18th of September. So if you are, in the wine industry, food industry, or hotel industry, we would like you to come to Le Parc Bistro Bar. We will have an invitation just down below where you can register. And the wine will be fantastic because we're going to have your wine, Laurent.
Yes,
So,
yes. Actually, you won't be here, but Olivier Foucault, my key account manager in San Francisco, will be there. And you will taste and drink three of my favorite wines. Crémant d'Alsace Rosé from Pierre Mayer that I met when he was 23 years old. So I was actually his first client. Then you're gonna have a Picpoul de Pinet. That's a very interesting out of the classic Sauvignon Blanc Chardonnay from Languedoc. Very gastronomic wine. It's gonna be great with the appetizers that my friend Bruno is gonna create. And you guys are gonna finish with Chateau Maquin, which is Merlot based from Saint-Georges, Saint-Emilion, the smallest appellations of Bordeaux. So.
nice.
We'll let you guys have a lot of fun, enjoy the food, and please enjoy the wines.
We will send you pictures.
Please do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laurent. À bientôt. Ciao, ciao.
All
Santé.
right, merci.
Ciao.
Ouais, santé, à la prochaine.
Santé.
Ciao, ciao.